All right, so the coin we are covering today is Algorand, which was in the news once again today. Shout out to Michael Arrington and his PR machine doing more of his magic and getting Algo some press heat. Just conjecture and speculation there as always, but I have to imagine the uptick in announcements and traction they're getting coverage for Algo has something to do with the convenient timing of his $100 million investment into the Algo ecosystem. But just speculation and complete digress there. But the announcement that Quantum RE will be leveraging the blockchain technologies of Algorand to revolutionize the way home equity is financed was released late yesterday. Quantum RE, if you aren't familiar with them or connected to the real estate world, they are a monster player in that space. They are one of the leaders in essentially originating debt-free home equity agreements is kind of the easiest way to describe what they do. They're just a major liquidity provider and big player in that category. And this is yet another big partnership for Algorand in the real estate category. They had the big announcement a little while ago with Vista Equity, who is also a major player in that space. They're utilizing Algo to give homeowners the ability to convert equity into digital assets with the help of the Algorand blockchain, and then those assets can then be sold to accredited investors without essentially compounding of the interest, which is very cool. And just overall, real estate tokenization has for a super long time been considered as one of the most compelling use cases for blockchain technologies. But until now, there hasn't been a project that has been able to really break into the market and get any real traction to speak of, which is just an absolute monster of a market and category. It's an $18 trillion asset class alone, just real estate. So in my opinion, obviously, not financial advice, do your own research. Very bullish on Algorand, but certainly, not financial advice. But in my opinion, this could be more bullish and explosive and potentially explosive area of growth for Algorand than all the other, the CBDC hype, the DeFi and NFT hype, and everything else that's surrounding Algorand. But again, yeah, I mean, it's a very market cap wise, it's very attractive at this level. It's still just under $3 billion market cap at 2.995 billion today. We're hovering around 91 cents, down 2%, and overall just on coin market cap, the number 42 project. So there's a heck of a lot of room to grow, and as we see kind of that layer one narrative playing out with the other, big layer one players in the space like Solana and Terra, they're making huge jumps lately on really no news other than, some NFT hype around them and some more development. So that's been very much a narrative that's been, theorized by a lot of the big investors and big VCs in the last couple of months that space is really gonna heat up, and Algorand certainly could be one of those that really takes off, here shortly. But obviously, no one really knows. But yeah, it's and I think the work that probably Michael Arrington and his team are doing in the background, it's no coincidence that Michael Arrington is also the first person to ever sell an apartment or a condo via an NFT to prove that use case is possible through the blockchain. So I think he's very bullish on Algorand and the work that they could do in the real estate space, which could be absolutely huge. But anyway, yeah, just very bullish on Algorand and the potential for development in the real estate space and revolutionizing the way things are done there, because that's certainly a space, if anyone's ever bought or sold a house, that there's just so many intermediaries that don't really need to be involved. And a lot of that can easily be done on the blockchain. And I think that's a lot of the work that Algorand's doing with these partnerships. I think we'll play that out. But again, yeah, price predictions for Algorand, very tough. I think if the layer one narrative, if they do get brought along with that in the coming, few months and years, as those layer one wars heat up, if they're one of the players that's kind of in the ring for that, we certainly can see this 10x if the market does continue to rise, and we do have this second kind of super cycle here. But yeah, 10x would put them at 30 billion. Right now, basically barely in the top 10 or so. But yeah, we, very bullish on the project. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Algorand, where you think your price predictions are for the next few years or so. But again, always very, very risky bet on these young projects. But we think Silvio and the team are doing some great work there, and it's great that these partnerships are starting to see the light of day and getting some press coverage, because that has been, the marketing and PR side has been one thing that's been kind of holding Algorand back in the past. So hopefully, yeah, these are signs of bigger things to come, in that space. So yeah, just kind of babbling at this point, but yeah, let me know of your price prediction for Algorand, any other projects that are kind of on your radar that you might want us to take a look at. And as always, give us a like and subscribe on the YouTubes, download the podcast on Spotify and the iTunes and wherever you might be listening. And yeah, if you want to check out BlockFi, check out our link below. If you use that link, you can get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you sign up for depositing a certain amount of money. But yeah, check out the details below, and we will be back tomorrow with another coin analysis. All right, bye-bye.